different. What we're actually going to be doing today is I'm trying to build a new class for my own personal homebrew D&D game. And I figured why not bring you guys along for the ride, just for, again, something completely different. Also, sorry about the jostling here. Kitty. My kitty has come to see me. I am happy. Her name is Mocha, and she is in charge. So she says. As far as the music today, I literally went onto YouTube and found completely royalty-free music. It's just on a 1 hour loop thing. So I just got one more post to make on Facebook, and then I'm going to be getting started. If only I knew how to mute the music in my ear. This is kind of distracting because it's got a really good beat to it. I never give myself enough time. I'm gonna make this post. I'm still not fully set up yet. I am so sorry, guys. Bam, now I can see my chat right there, and it's nice. Okay, so the whole point of this, I'm going to give a little bit of backstory because I have Gamer Elf with me, actually, through Discord. She's going to be helping me talk through and get this stuff put down. She already knows this. I'm not telling her this shit because she already knows all the shit. You guys don't know the shit because I haven't talked about it at all on stream. I have my own homebrew D&D world that I'm in the process of getting put in, and it's slow going, run games and until you have it pretty well developed. I'm working on a map hand drawn, but some basic backstory in the world is during a War of the Gods, and yes, this sounds so very generic, I know, but I don't care because it's cool, makes a good story. The world was torn asunder, and a lot of people blame magic for all the troubles in the world now. They formed themselves into an organization called the Inquisition with the sole goal of wiping out magic from the world to let the quote-unquote normal people have their chance to rule. That's not what their end goal is, really, but that's behind-the-scenes stuff that's not really I don't need to go in depth with what but I've already done one subclass, which I have made a post for on D&D Beyond, and I'll make sure to link them in chat at the end of the stream and also post links to them in my Facebook page. But I just realized it's on D&D Beyond, but you guys can't see it because D&D Beyond is being stupid. So I'll make sure that it is accessible for anyone who wants to try it. But it's a fighter subclass, and it's all built around kill the fucking mage. Kill him first, kill him without mercy. Well, what I'm working on now is an actual dedicated class that is, I'm calling it the Inquisitor. Kind of a spellcaster, kind of not. They're using a different source, but it's going to be getting the same kind of effects. Hence, I have right next to me, I don't know how well that's in frame, my player's handbook. I also have my Tasha's Cauldron of Everything and my Xanathar's Guide. to everything. Wow. Anyway, right over here next to me, so I have resources because they're gonna. I'm just gonna use regular spells because I'm lazy. But going through building on that, I have to build a class from the ground up and give it at least 2 subclasses. But the whole flavor of it is it's going to be a caster type class. It's intended to be more support based, kind of like a wizard. But I don't want to make just another subclass. I've already made one. That one I will make because it is fully set up. You can actually access it on D&D Beyond. It's the Tattoo Mage. They're pretty cool, and I feel like I went in depth enough on the lore in the D&D Beyond post that I'm not going to go in depth on that here because I don't want to get myself further off topic. Woo! Anyway, the goal here is to get this class put. I know, right? Fuck this shit. Forgot that was Mountain Dew in there. Not the nectar of life, but close enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and scratch this. Oh. Allergy season sucks, y'all. Go ahead. Wait, why did I do it that way? Button. Typing in bold. This a little bit bigger. Inquisitor. Okay, and that is stuff. Oh. So, the first things first, since I want it to be wizard-esque, open up the wizard page over here. Okay, seriously, I wish I knew how to turn the music off in my ear without turning it off for you guys, because that is very much distracting. Okay. I'm gonna do this properly. There we go. So for anyone who doesn't know, what I'm doing right now is setting up the beginning of one of these right here. It's just a chart that tells you what you're getting at each level. And then I'm going to move from there. I'm trying to do this without being distracted by the music. It's fucking awesome. I don't suggest it. Okay. Just had an idea. Gamer Elf, what do you think? Prestige class. Okay, what was that?
I said that's not a thing in 5th edition.
I mean, you could make it.
If you want to make it a thing, make it a thing.
Because that means I could cut out all of that right there. And we wouldn't have to worry about a subclass necessarily. Since this is only 10 levels, we just make it a bit more powerful.
Do it.
And it changes the flavor. So, again, for people who don't know this, I'm building this for 5th edition D&D. And they don't have prestige classes in that system. Instead, they did the subclass stuff, which is still cool. In 3.5, they did what was, you had your regular class. If you were a wizard, then that was just that. You were a wizard, period, end of discussion. Whereas in 5th edition, you have wizard, and then you have your subclasses where you can go study things like, you can be specialized in abjuration, necromancy, divination, conjuration, enchantment, evocation, transmutation, you know. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, just core book stuff. But instead of going into a subclass, or a prestige class, if you wanted to be able to do something super specific, if you wanted to just be a wizard, then, well, you were just a wizard. There was nothing extra, except for your feats and stuff that you took. In 5th edition, they brought the idea of making yourself somewhat unique with the prestige classes, and just fully brought it over into part of the class. Like, Cavalier was another example. If you wanted to be a mounted fighter, you would have to go into fighter for a certain number of levels and make sure you upped your riding skill enough so you could go into Cavalier and get a bunch of really cool powers that went along with being a mounted fighter. Well, there's the subclass Cavalier, which just gives you this stuff starting at 3rd level. And there's no ride skill either. But stuff they did, I liked it. I like it. I also kind of miss the prestige class system, and I was thinking, I think it would be cool to bring it back. Thing is, with prestige classes, you typically, in 3.5, it was a ranked skill system, kind of like Pathfinder. Better, but kind of like Pathfinder. The camera's not centered on the top of the screen, and it's going to irritate me. Okay. You would have to have certain amount of ranks in a skill, in different skills, and you would have to have certain feats in order to go into the prestige class. Since you can't exactly do that, what I could do with this is go ahead and let's go to a new line. Spell prerequisites. Someone tell me how to spell prerequisite.
I don't know how to spell prerequisite.
Watch this. Just remember. Where is it? Tools, spelling. Haha! This is LibreOffice. It's like Microsoft Word, but it's actually free. You don't have to pay a monthly subscription. I'm sorry, guys, about what's about to happen. I am actually having to deal with really bad allergies right now. I'm sorry about that, guys. Prerequisites. Colon. I'm gonna say 10th level. Spellcaster. Arcane spellcaster. parentheses, i.e. Excuse me. Bard. Sorcerer. Wizard. Warlock. Helps if you spelled that word right. And those lines are gonna bother me. What?
Sorry. I had a moment.
Ignore. There we go. Get rid of the lines. Woohoo! Warcaster. Feet. Those red lines are so annoying. But I actually know that's how they do that in the book, so that's how I'm leaving that. Okay. Is there anything specific other than that? No, I don't think so. So a bit of story on like what's you're about to see typed in. So the Inquisition is ruled by the Emperor, and then directly under him are his 10 most trusted people. They are called the Lord Generals. Each one has their own part of the military and their own different aspect within the overall government that they oversee. One of them, she's not technically a Lord General, she is the Lord Admiral. She is the supreme commander of the whole navy of the Inquisition. But everyone is led by the Emperor. And the Emperor is this really like big bad asshole. And if any of you have read the Sword of Truth series by Terry Goodkind, may he rest in peace, think of him kind of like Emperor Jagang from that series of books, as far as big, ridiculously strong dude. He looks like a brute, but he's one of the smartest and most cunning people you will ever meet. Immensely powerful in his own right. Fun little backstory on him. During the war that actually started all this, the Gods' War, he served the evil gods in their struggle to take control of the material plane. But they had to pull him out of Ravenloft to do it. I can feel the screeching from people who are like, "You can't do that!" Well, fuck you, they're gods. They can if I say they can. But because he's a Dreadlord of Ravenloft, because all of the evil gods got together to pull him out, they made it so it can't just take him back. My world works how I say it works. Sorry, I know a guy. But he has been ruling over the Inquisition since its founding 1,000 years ago. And, well, he expects loyalty. You are loyal, or you are dead. There really isn't an in-between. And since this is a most guarded secret of the Inquisition, you have to be completely loyal to him in order to have it. Seems fair? Let's actually move this down a line. Tab over. Features. Tab over. Cantrips. Yeah, I'm gonna cut Warlock out because they don't get regular spell casting, they get packed magic, and that's weird, and I don't feel like dealing with it. With the spell casting trait. Ignore, because that's not how they spell it in the book, damn it. Ignore. Spell slots. Now, their magic that they're going to be using here doesn't come from regular arcane. Essentially, this is kind of like the antithesis of magic. It is power in its own right, but it is not arcane magic or divine magic like the rest of the world knows. It comes from somewhere else. It's really just going to be a flavor difference, but important roleplay flavor difference. But this is also going to access something else, and cantrips. We're going to use the wizard bit. So what I'm actually going to write is spaces. I'm actually going to make it a +1 here. First. Oh, shit. That's going to be important. So that's 1, 2, 3. 'What does the blue mean? If that's even blue, I don't know. Whatever. you think the power from the void should be?
What do you mean specifically?
Like, the void is going to be the source of the power. It's coming from the space in between the planes. What do you think would be a good... Instead of from the same of, that means fewer capital letters. Like, you've seen them in action in our games. What do you think would be a good first power that you get for this? This is an 11th level character at this point.
Well, half the stuff of what they are good at is from magic items, right?
They're casters. Their whole point is their support. You bring them on the battlefield because they can either do CC or buffs. They can do damage, but unless that's what their focus already was from before they started this training, that's not really what their main focus is.
Misty Step a certain number of times per day.
And that backward move. Starting first level. I can fix that. Before I put in this next bit, I need to look at that spell. There it is. Points in blaming you, you did not know. Why does that say that word is spelled wrong? That's how you spell the word, damn it! Apparently its dictionary is not quite right. Grr. Alright, if you guys are okay with it, I just want to turn this music off. It is very distracting. Is it okay? Okay. Sorry about this. Figure y'all appreciate not having your ears blown out. Blown out. Alright. There's something else I need to add in here. Hit. This needs to be bold. And this needs to be bold. Hit dice. I'm going to make it same as a wizard. 1d6. Excuse me. Per level. Alright. C's. Okay. I literally copied that letter for letter. What are you saying is wrong? That is definitely correct. Grr. Armor. None. Weapons. Very specific. Whips. And rapiers. Just those two. Because why not? I want to give them something. Now, I don't think you get any saving throws when doing multi-classing regularly. Let me go to the multi-classing rules. Stuff that doesn't happen in a lot of my games, so, you know, we just don't use it. Ah! No! Stay in the book! Please stay in the book. pages are trying to jump out of my book. I need to get this book spiral bound. Okay. Yes, saving throws never transfer. Occasionally, you'll get like 1 or 2 skills. So... No, I am going to give them proficiency in shields, because I have actually had them using shields. So I have to go and find a class that gets proficiency in shields, so I spell shields correctly. Because I always put the I in the wrong spot, or I put it in the correct spot and I tell myself it doesn't look right. Saving throws. And then skills. Capitalize, damn it. Choose to from. Flips to a character sheet. Haha. But, oh well. Now, you wouldn't think I have to put this one in because it's spellcaster class, but I actually have a player in my group who will play an arcane caster and not take this skill. Although
I know who that is.
I am going to... Yeah, it's Noob Elf. I am going to do these in alphabetical order. So acrobatics. I'm not going to give them animal handling. Arcana. I'm not going to give them athletics because if you're a spellcaster, you ain't no athlete. Fuck off. There's a feat you can take. The face Gamer Elf is giving me right now. It's hilarious. Yes, I know I'm playing right into stereotyping. But that's what D&D's all about. Stereotyping. It's fun. Bards, they're always sexual deviants. Now, these you definitely want to have because you gotta know what happened. There's a feat you can take to get that proficiency. You don't need it. Intimidation. Don't need investigation, medicine, nature. I will allow perception.
Spoken like a blue magic player.
I will allow.
I will allow it.
Now, you also wouldn't think I would need to put this one in, but I also have a player who will write up a divine caster, so a cleric or a paladin, and not take this proficiency. And yeah. So let's choose 2 from a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now if I go and reference that wizard, let's see how many skills they got to choose from. I got a list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually gave one more. Cool, whatever. There's not going to be starting equipment because he should already have it at this point.
Honestly, wouldn't you have been gifted something once you became one of those, though?
A specialized symbol of rank, but I'm not. Why would I include that in equipment?
I thought they got a specialized set of armor.
That's later,
Oh,
because the armor does stuff. That's going to be somewhere in this neighborhood right here.
mm.
When you're trusted enough to wield that kind of power. Yeah, I haven't gone fully in depth with you guys about just how radical these guys are. The mages who actually work for the Inquisition willingly are so dogmatic that they are fully willing to, when the Inquisition finally wins the war, they will commit suicide because they have magic, and magic is the root of all evil and needs to be eradicated. That's just how dogmatic the people who fight for them willingly are. Now, the Inquisition is not at all above using mages to win the war. There's no real better weapon against magic than other magic users. They fully accept this. They are also not at all above capturing your mages, torturing them, breaking their spirits, and breaking them to the point where now they fight for me. They're bad dudes. And that's the nice stuff. I don't think Twitch would approve of me going into the bad stuff. I don't think they would approve of it at all. At this level, it is ability. What the fuck? Did I spell ability wrong? Why are you telling me I spelled ability wrong? You dirty whore.
Why does it sound like Mickey Mouse is cursing out your
because
computer?
because I did that on purpose, and I did actually spell it wrong.
I've got this horrible mental image now. Thanks a lot.
I did actually spell that wrong. I accidentally put in an extra L. Score. Improvement. Now that happens at 2, 6, and 9. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put all of these in. Cat, get off the counter. Bahamut! Fucking asshole.
Did he get off the counter?
No, he looked at me like, the fuck you say? And then kept doing what he was doing. Yeah, knock stuff down on yourself. That's what you get. Get off that counter. Ability score improvement. Not memt. Ment. Seriously, cat? That is not a perch. Get your ass down. There is nothing up there for. He might be going after a mouse. Think he is. No, that's a playmat. He just knocked a whole bunch of shit down on his own head.
He was going for the cat food box
Oh, why was it put up there?
to keep him from going for it.
Well, that was a wise placement. Okay, now I'm getting the death glare. I'm gonna purposely not look. If you don't look, then it's not happening, right, guys? Guys? Save me. Okay, did it change at this level, or was it still the same? If I change the font size... Haha! Lined it up almost perfectly. Da 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 da! I'm gonna take out that plus. Hug it and squeeze it and sit on it and call it George. He looks really annoyed with you. He's doing angry tail. His eye is twitching. That cat is not happy with the gamer elf. At all. Get off the damn lid! And my cat can't make up her mind. Started giving her screeches on her head. She started purring, but then she also glared at me. Like, how dare you touch me? I am so sorry to keep blowing my nose, guys. Like I said, allergies, like, it was bad enough yesterday that I actually got told I'm quarantined from work, and if I want to be able to go back before 2 weeks are up, I have to have a negative COVID test. It's fucking allergies. I can feel it draining down the back of my throat. Happens multiple times a year. close enough. Let's see. What's a cool ability to do next? Because now they can move through the void. I'm kind of lazy and don't want to write out nice, big, long lore things yet. I want to get mechanics done. Sorry about the jerky, herky, jerky. Again, laptop. I want to just get mechanical bits put down so I can get this play tested, figure out what needs to be changed and how to balance this before I go in and fully flesh out the lore. Once the lore is fleshed out, then I can go. That cat looks so annoyed with her. He is trying desperately to get out.
I'm loving on him.
I don't think he's loving it.
No, he's not.
He is definitely not McDonald's.
I'm giving him belly squeezes and he doesn't like it.
You may be Burger King, but he is definitely not being McDonald's.
You think he's learned his lesson yet?
No, he never learns his lesson. You might want to stick that in a cabinet.
But he was just in the cabinets.
An upper cabinet.
I can't reach that.
A lower shelf in an upper cabinet. I've seen you reach it. You can. I believe in you.
There's a camera on you.
I know. It's okay, guys. We flip each other off and call each other like, horrible names all the time.
He's just mean to me.
I'm equally mean to everyone. I'm an equal opportunity mean person. I got the name for a reason.
That's right, sucker.
That's not my name.
That's where it was. Mean old kitty cat.
We need to get a cat tree.
Or a tree cat.
Alright, I'm gonna do this. Be right back, guys.
Up in what? I mean, I'm trying.
Alright, now I'm back. Now, 4th level ability, this is where I wanted to kind of introduce something a little different. pulling a little bit, kind of, from the Warlock Eldritch Invocations. Not any of the super awesome OP ones that give you, like, true sight and shit, because I'm going to leave that to the Warlock. But I definitely like the flavor of it. Like, oh, I am so sorry. I did not mean to hit the mic. I didn't mean to hit the mic there, or there. Ugh. So while I wouldn't give something like that, or Master of Myriad Forms, which allows you to cast Alter Self at will without expending a spell slot, other ones such as where was it? It was in the book, damn it. Devil's Sight, which gives you dark vision, but through magical darkness as well, out to 120 feet. Similar abilities to that, but a little more flavored too. That's Noob calling Gamer Elf to tell her that he's on the way home and off of work. But yeah, just keeping it more in flavor with this whole a caster that is specifically designed and trained to combat other casters. That's an idea! You know, my mic is picking you up. Spell. No, let's do this. 14th level, so we're going to call Lesser Spell Turning. To make that visible, I'm going to have to make that a capital letter. And I need to grab my monster manual. Time to precariously stack shit. Because my monster manual is near the bottom of a stack of books. It's like right here off a frame. Oh, shut up, Can. No one likes you. Book I don't need for this. Clipboard that also contains all my souls. Fucking awesome book that I'll need in a minute and actually kind of need to pull closer to the top. The book I'm actually looking for. Fucking awesome book that I'm going to need a minute, so I'm going to keep closer to the top of the stack. Awesome book, but don't need it. Okay. Okay, stick that there. Move my tissues there. Vape juice can go here. This can go there. Can go a little further down the table because I don't fucking need it. Ugh. The fuck, Gamer Elf? Give a shit. Meh. Where's that fucking stat block? There it is. Oh, I was about to be so mad. I felt the page start to rip under my thumb. Let's see. Reflective Carapace. That's the ability I wanted to look at. Because, okay, I talked about this being the antithesis to magic, and I started thinking about giving you an idea of my line of thinking. I had the idea that when I said the whole thing about these guys are meant to be the mages that are specifically trained to combat mages, I had a sudden realization. There's a creature in D&D that just says fuck you to mages. Yes. Hear me out on this. Certain amount of time per day, and it's at 14th level character, it's not as weak as it will be when you're a 20th level character. But essentially, even at max bit, it's going to be a weaker form of Reflective Carapace.
I wish I had a thing where I could play gifts in this.
Yeah, I don't know how to set that all up. I'm just a new streamer. Hey, are those birds? I think those are birds.
The thing from the office where it's Steve. No, please go.
So let's see, how does Reflective Carapace work? Anytime the Tarrasque is targeted by a magic missile spell, a line spell, or a spell that requires a ranged attack roll, roll a d6. On a 1 to 5, the Tarrasque is unaffected. On a 6, the Tarrasque is unaffected, and the effect is reflected back at the caster as though it had originated from the Tarrasque, turning the caster into the target. Now, how am I going to weaken this doubly? Because I'm actually going to have to write this out for the 20th level character version first, and then go up, and then downtune that one to make it effect for a lesser ability. So what? All right. 15th level. Let's see what they do for wizards at 15th level. Trying to kind of fill out the chart before I write too much of the shit down in the space where all the shit writing is supposed to go. You know, just keep all my shit going in order down the pile.
Hey, so you know that mount that I told you I got last night?
Let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3. What's that? I think.
You get it too. It's just a bunch of puzzles.
Oh, yeah. She's talking about getting the Lucid Nightmare mount. Fuck the Endless Halls. Fuck them. Fuck them. Whoever invented that needs to lose his fucking job and then go sit in purgatory as close to hell as it can get for about a year and a half, 3, 4, 7,500 years. Fuck the Endless Halls. I had to go through that a ridiculous amount of times. Which is basically anything more than one. Fuck the Endless Halls. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them.
Shut up, you got your mount.
Yeah. Barely.
You're welcome.
Okay, I need to go through and fix all this.
We'll play last night. He got so mad that he's like, could you do this? I think he was about ready to throw his mouse.
I was about ready to throw the computer.
They tried to get me to do it again today. I'm like, dude, I don't have the mental capacity to do it today for you.
Alright, so the only thing that's going to change here. Let's see this. because this is going to bug me. Because I don't have something right there over it to kind of line up with. Perfect. This is where like OCD comes in handy. Bam. That's as close as I'm going to get. And then I don't think it changes at all. No, so it's just going to be identical.
Yeah. Correct. Yes, he does not.
There. And then at this level,
Really. Really. Don't be rude. Yes, you are.
okay. Okay, so that doesn't go till way later. All that's happening here is I add what level? Okay. Okay. Fuck it. And then this isn't going to experience any change. Except for making sure that my font is the correct size. At this level there is that. This is going to bother me if I don't. There. There. 18. Unknown. cool ability idea I had just had. The Void in a lot of different D&D-esque lore just so happens to be the realm where the old gods, things like Cthulhu, Dagon, whatever the fuck the other one's name is, or in WoW that would be Cthulhu, N'Zoth, and whatever the fuck the other guy is. Wow, I know so much. That's where they reside. So that got me thinking, since that's what the source of the Inquisitor's power is, what if they had a dragon fear type effect? Basically, it's their a CC ability. Just uses their spell save DC, and it's a once per day thing.
I mean, if it's a once per day thing, then I guess.
I can't hear you very well. Okay. Wow. Whew. Wait. Got a problem. There we go. Okay, lined up. Man, getting all this stuff lined up is like ridiculously annoying. This is okay, so that actually goes up to 3. There. My phone is ding-a-linging. 'Tis not important. Excuse me. Line up. Damn it. That's supposed to be one. There. That's done. See if I can do the highlighting. Edit. Hmm. I don't know how to do that. So, wait a minute. What's this button? No, 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 no. Nope, 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 nope. Well, I mean, I could just do it that way. Wait. This shows font color dark red too. Is this red to you guys? Because it's definitely black to me. Like, anywhere.
I don't see any red.
Okay. So it's lying to me.
See,
Lying about a lot of things, damn it. Alright. What do you mean listening to this shit is totally annoying? Not annoying, amusing. You trying to say I'm fucking funny? Newbelf, you live, for you have brought me the nectar of life. Aw, man, I'm getting death glare. You're helping me brainstorm, you live too. So the only abilities that I really have to stat out are the lesser, well, I have to do greater spell turning, then I can downpower that from the downpowered version. The greater spell turning is to make lesser spell turning. So the only other one I have to write out is Fear of the Unknown. And the reason I'm doing that, honestly, not even gonna lie, guys, is due to the simple fact that also in a lot of the different lores involving these kind of guys, they just have a natural aura of fear, dread, or madness around them. Ugh. And since it would be the same status effect, because I think giving the ability to a mainly NPC but player character too to inflict even temporary true madnesses on people not only sounds kind of OP, it sounds like flipping into a book that's not normally at the top of my stack, and that just sounds like a lot of effort on my part that I don't feel like going through. So I'm not gonna put myself through that shit. Because I'm a bit lazy. Yeah, so the best thing to status condition to inflict would be frightened or paralyzed. So frightened. Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight and cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear. That sounds good enough for me. So what I'm going to do, first, italicized is cool and all, but let's do that. Haha, I do have that.
You what?
Ah! It's not lined up. It's horrible. Go back, 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 go back. No! I don't want to have to go through all that work again, so we're just gonna deal with it. That's not quite it.
What? Why?
Okay. We're not gonna do that again, guys. Okay.
Oh, I posted a trailer in a messenger.
So, lesser spell turning. And then I'm not gonna write that in yet. So that's it. That's the space. Then here's the new one. Enemies within a once per day you can force all enemies within a 30 foot or 50 foot 30 foot 30 foot radius to roll a wisdom saving throw versus your spell save DC or become frightened of you for the next where's the fucking Durgans? They're the ones that have Fury stuffs. Dinosaurs! That's not what I'm looking for. Minute. Any creature who fails this save may repeat it at the end of their turn. And since it's once per day, I'm not going to do the whole immune for 24 hours. Because it's literally once every 24 hours you can do this thing. But it's good CC, and it also helps keep people off the caster. Because they squishy. And I think other than Bard, the two classes that can go into this have D6 hit dice, and then this is a D6 hit dice. Which for 5th edition is tiny. Okay. Get out of my way, book. Fuck you. Falling apart. Shit binding. Wizards did not quality check the binding on the first few runs of their books well for 5th edition. What was I doing? Oh, yes. That bothers me. Do you see this right here? Look at this colon in comparison to these colons. And tell me what's wrong. Wait a minute. Fixed it. Fixed it. It was still italicized. Okay. Get out of my way, tissues. But not too. I was about to throw them, but I need them. I started this day with a full box. Allergies fucking suck. Out my way, Player's Handbook. You can go back over here now, tissues. $286. There we are. Yep. Noob. I'm editing one of the abilities of this guy for the ability for this subclass, for this prestige class. He just gave me the "oh fuck you" said look, and then turned and walked away. So I'm going to start with just pretty much putting it in as written, and then I'm going to edit this to make it so it's actually, you know, feasibly fair for a 20th level character. Anytime you are targeted by a magic not middle missile spell, a 9 spell, or a spell requiring, I did spell that right. No, sorry. That requires an, oh, not an, a ranged attack roll. Roll a d6. Period. On a 1, 2, 5. You are unaffected. Period. On a 6, you're unaffected. And the effect is, instead of reflected, I'm going to say turned back to the caster as though it originated from you and Okay, that's pretty much the ability as it sits within the monster manual for the Tarrasque and the Reflective Carapace. Now, what I need to do is bring this down so it fits within the realm of a 20th level character. And that's just way too much because that's a CR 30 creature getting this ability. And I say CR as if in 5th edition CR actually means anything other than hit points, AC, and DCs of its abilities. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. If you're looking at trying to build a balanced thing based solely off of CR, you're fucked. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong on this, if I first add, you may use this ability a number of times equal to 2 plus your... What? No, wait, come back. Okay. Stuff disappeared on my screen. The moment when you don't feel like trying to figure out how to spell a word. If I first add that, so you only get 2 plus proficiency bonus. Wait, now that's like 8 uses in a single day. Because at max level, you're going to have a plus 6 proficiency. So I think 2 plus is too much. What you think? Yeah, so at 20th level, you can only use this 6 times a day. You regain all or 1 expend use every long rest. 2? You think 2? 2 expend uses on a long rest. Period. Now that puts an exact number in it, not a full recovery. I think on a 1 to 3 being unaffected. No. 1 to 2 unaffected. 3 to 5 affected as normal. 6 it's reflected. Instead of being it set up. Stop doing it! So basically, on a 1 to 2, you are unaffected. On a 3 to 5, the spell affects you as normal. And then on a 6, it gets reflected. Should I do it that way or this way? Option 1 or option 2? Option 2? Okay. Okay. So now, is everyone happy with how this looks for a 20th level character's ability? Copy that. I do need to add this. Replaces your italicize lesser spell turning ability. Period. Now, I need to take all of this right here, copy, and paste. Now what I think is change this to 1 equal to half of your proficiency bonus. There. And you only get 1 on a long rest. And then I can change it so on a 1 to 2 you are unaffected. On a 3 to 5 it affects you as normal, and on a 6 it gets reflected back at the caster. Or does that still feel too powerful for a 14th level character? Is there anyone in chat? No. Okay. Ugh. Feels good, but I'm uncertain. I feel like that's still too powerful. Especially in comparison to the 11th level ability. Yeah, this is the part where what I'm doing is like just going through it in my head and trying to do the math and compare this to what my experience of characters at this level are supposed to have for power. And figure out also, if I was going against this, how hard would I have to try in order to balance it so encounters are either easy, tough, but still doable, or really fucking hard. In combat, in situations where your ability would still actually have some kind of measurable effect. Any class for the Inquisition I am building with an inherent weakness against martial classes, because that's not what they train to kill. They train to kill casters. Arcane, Divine, doesn't matter. You cast, you die. That is what they specifically train their special ops forces for. Ugh. Wait, is it empty? Yes, I can put the Nectar of Life in here now. After it finishes fizzing. I don't know why I'm sniffing. I can't smell anything. Don't judge me. I don't know. And I'm giving them more cantrips. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this sit for now. Go ahead and go to a new page. Because I have to come up with their spell list. Inquisitor. Spells. There we go. Okay. No, I need that. This is where I actually, like, definitely need the book. Well, books. And this is where, since 3 different classes can use this, I'm almost tempted to say continue gaining using the spell list you came from the class you came from, but at the same time, I kind of want to develop my own spell list. So I think for right now, since I know for a fact I want to add my own cantrip list, what I'm going to do is develop a cantrip list just straight up, because no matter what I was going to be adding, like, you use these cantrips. So we're going to pull core book first. Acid. Splash. And this is where I need to be able to do separate columns, but I don't know how to do that. Insert image chart. Oh well. Blade Word is such a bad spell, but it makes sense if I remember what it does correctly. Yeah, it makes sense. It is kind of a bad spell, though. Well, I mean, it's a good, like, oh fuck spell, but... What was the casting time on that? Action, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not using all of these, but I am using a good little chunk from Wizards. But I am definitely not adding True Strike. Ever. True Strike sucks. True Strike can go suck a cock for all I care. It's my stream. What? I'm getting a little too into it, aren't I? I apologize. But yeah, True Strike sucks. You can on an action, this is very important. You have to spend your action that turn to cast the spell. Choose one person within range, which is ridiculously short. Which actually, I'll just read out the spell because like it is so fucking bad. Casting time, one action. Range, 30 feet. That's it, 30 feet. And if you're casting this spell, you are a full caster class. And I think, like, wizards get it, warlocks get it. Warlocks at least have a d8 hit die and better weapon proficiencies. Sorcerers get it. Yeah, they don't want to be getting into melee. And bards get it. They at least have a d8 hit die and better weapon proficiencies. But typically, a bard doesn't want to get into melee unless you're building Bard Blender. One action to cast, range 30 feet, just a somatic component, duration, concentration, up to a minute. That's important. Concentration. So if you're casting this, any of your other actually good concentration spells you can't be using. You extend your hand and point a finger at a target in range. Your magic grants you brief insight into the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target, provided the spell hasn't ended. Which is all great, all well and good and all, but really, if you're using this, you're a low-level character. And if you're wasting your turn to use True Strike, well, what happens if you then get attacked? Well, since it's concentration, you now have to roll a concentration check, which is d20 plus Constitution modifier versus a DC of 10 or half damage taken, whichever is higher. Which you can see 22 damage in the first 4 levels, when your con mod kind of sucks. Unless you're rolling for stats and you have stat rolling capabilities like me, which is, I don't know how I can roll such good stats for everyone except my bad guys. I roll horrible for my bad guys. But you stand a very good chance at the low levels of losing concentration. And then you've wasted that turn when you could have used it to cast something effective. Or the creature you targeted gets killed by one of your party members before you got the chance to use it, so now the spell is ended and you wasted that turn when you could have done something like a crowd control spell or a damaging spell or something to buff yourself or a party member. It's just not good. And it only has a range of 30 feet, which is really short range in like combat. Not gonna do Chill Touch. I've had them use Dancing Lights, so Firebolt can be added in. Wait. Alphabetical order. It only makes sense because of what the source of their power is. Bless you. Okay, it is actually 2 separate words. I was about to start telling off my Libre office again, but it's actually cat. Look at this, guys. She was loafing, like, right here. She has since expanded into my elbow space. Yeah, I just annoyed her, so she's about to shift. Elbow space. It's nice. Here you go, cat. There you go. She got her claw stuck. They don't need friends. They're intended to be utilities so they can have that. Let's look at Bard cantrips, see if they have anything that's not on the wizard list. No. Other than that, which I'm not going to give them because I want Vicious Mockery to be a Bard thing only. I'm not going to do Mage Hand. Mending, yes. Yes. Did I spell that wrong? I think I spelled that wrong. No. Ugh. Yes, it is. Can you come back to voice, please?
But I don't wanna.
You're back! Yay!
Then I instantly start dying.
Don't die, it's bad for your health. Because every arcane caster prestidigitation. Every caster needs that spell. Ugh. Not Garsp. Grasp. Not adding that one. Okay, so let's move on from this. Look, in this book of fucking awesomeness. So yeah, what I was discussing is I don't really know if I want to do further spells like other than cantrips because I'm making a different cantrip list for them. I kind of partially want to, like, because I was saying if you were more combat based, it would have been from the class you were before. Because this class is going to be geared more to utility, which it kind of is. But making it so you either use the spell list for the class you were in before. So if you were a sorcerer, you're coming into this being a boom boom. If you were a bard or a wizard, you're coming in with different flavors of utility. Or making a completely separate spell list that you pull from at this point forward.
You're not gonna like my answer.
It's the one that requires more work, isn't it? I was afraid.
Yep.
What's this do? Then do you have an idea of how to make columns without doing it the hard way where I did up here?
Yeah. It's called spreadsheet.
Excel? Is that what you're saying?
See. just the look on your face.
Too far, too far, too far, too far. There we go. Ooh, what does that spell do? So, honestly, from Tasha's, there's like 2 spells I want to add, which is kind of sad. Mind Sliver, which is going to get 2 asterisks. And then the other spell is like a 7th level spell, so I don't need to worry about adding that in this list. There's a whole bunch of spells in this book, though. Get out my way, book. Frost Bite. Gust. Infestation. Magic Stone. 1 word or 2 words? 2 words. Mold Earth. Shape Water. Best cantrip in the book is that one right there. And that's the cantrip list. Alright, I need to shift. The camera's about to get real herky-jerky. Look away if you have vertigo. Sorry, cat. Sorry about that. Was getting a little toasty. Okay. First level spells. Yay! This is gonna take forever. So, but before we get into this, Gamer Elf. This right here is what I came up with for the 14th level character version of the Greater Spell Turning. What do you think of this? Is it still a little bit too powerful?
I want to ask Noob.
Hey, noob. Noob elf. Noob elf. Do me a favor, please. Can you hop into my stream? And first, can you speak using words instead of caveman? And tell me if the highlighted ability is still too powerful for a 14th level character. Please?
He sounds like Frankenstein's monster. Mash good, mash good.
I have yet to receive a yes or no. Was that a yes or a no?
Angry doesn't speak grunt.
Yes, I understand it's powerful. Is it too powerful for a 14th level character? Perhaps hopping into the Discord so you can use your voice and regular words and explain what it is, how you would change it.
Come, Nubenstein's monster.
You tried too hard for that one.
I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't, I know.
I didn't. You're just mad you didn't think of it.
Maybe. That's why I need you to hop in the Discord, noob, so we can speak and have an intellectual conversation and try and figure out a way to simplify it.
Grunts in style.
Traitor.
I love it.
You're a traitor.
I'm a traitor.
Yes, you're a traitor.
How am I a traitor?
Reasons.
Go on.
They are too numerous to begin numbering.
Uh-huh. That sounds like a cop-out.
And?
Well, at least you are admitting that it's a cop-out.
So was that a yes or a no, noob elf? Typey, 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 typey.
I'm gonna go with no.
If you hop into the voice, I will explain. You forgot to put your little bracket thingies. Should look more like this.
But that what he did.
Look at the edges. I'm just being like, meh.
Are you trying to be edgy?
Yes, I am. I said
He's got that.
I said 14th level. I used my words.
Yes, but he is not using it his eyeballs.
That's gonna be added later.
I'm starting to think Newbert doesn't have eyeballs. Newbert! You have eyeballs? No, those are boobies. Newbert has boobies. Wait, can I say that word? Is that like gonna get us banned? What are you doing? That's even worse. So that's even worse.
Please hop into the Discord so I can actually hear you well, then we can talk, discuss, and
Try and fix this to make it work better. class.
Just put the damn mic on.
Mm.
We are still waiting for New Buff to come in and offer his opinion. He is not audible. Oh. Unmute your mic. My screen says you're muted and deafened. Yeah, I can show you.
Where is my mic?
I hear you.
Okay, let's see. What's this do? La la.
No, I don't hear you very well. There you are. Now, how would you clean up this ability?
Which ability?
That one. And it says 4th level because this is a 10 level class. This is prestige class because it was easier.
Is this a class?
Yes.
What's the class called? Why is it only 10 levels?
Because it's a prestige class.
They don't have that in 5th edition.
Well, we do now.
Hmm. So what's the requirements?
You can see it right there at the top of the page.
Isn't Warcaster 2 words?
Get out of here, bottle.
Spellcasting 2 words.
You're getting bogged down in minutia that doesn't matter. I'm trying to balance the lesser spell turning ability for a 14th level character.
Wouldn't expend have ed on the end? Like expend it? Wait, wouldn't it end in a D? The heck is expend?
Noob. That's minutia. I'm worried about the mechanics. We need to make the mechanics something that is acceptable for a 14th level character, but still keeps the flavor of what this is trying to do. I was going to do a spelling and grammar check manually after it all got put in.
I guess it looks okay. Without
For a
playtesting
14th
it,
level character.
I'll have to have a comparison.
I've been looking at Wizard while I was coming up with this.
They should have to use the reaction to use spell turning.
That just feels kind of wordy, setting it up that way.
That's how they set things up in 5th edition. You have to use the reaction in something if you want to do something when something targets you.
I just mean the specific way I phrased it.
Let's see. Possibly a better mechanic than rolling a d6.
What would you suggest? Because the reason I wanted to keep that was I kind of liked the idea of there being a margin for failure with the 3 to 5. It affects you as normal. What about if I do this? And cut all of that out.
Maybe dealing with the saving throw of the target that's casting against you. Like whatever their spell DC is. Just a suggestion.
So, like, you may use your reaction to force the caster to roll a spellcasting check versus your spell save DC, or have their spell affect them as if it originated from you.
Yeah, something like that.
What do you think?
I was totally listening to videos somewhere else. I didn't hear a word of what you just said.
Welcome back. Oh Lord.
Oh no. The ears came off. He's gonna come beat me. Oh no. He's gonna cry into the cat. Mocha's like, what are you doing? The cat's like, for the love of all things holy, please let me go.
That made it worse.
You're not supposed to eat the cat, you know that, right?
I need that. What dang cool.
Screw you.
Okay. But what he had suggested was... Wow. Wow. Nice, noob. Anyway, what he had suggested was instead of doing this whole system right here with the rolling of a d6,
Uh-huh.
changing it to a saving throw.
Sounds good.
Okay, so if we change this, so the caster rolls a spell casting check. DC
I need sweets. Things that are sweet.
failed.
Speaking of, I still have pie.
So good.
Should be. Will you give me my piece of pie?
Pizza.
Spell is turned back at them as if it had
Apparently, I'm not proficient in opening pie.
He's still through it.
So, if that is what we change it to, then
Smells fine.
how are we going to make it? She's not paying attention.
Get all the bad out.
I'm trying now. So, if this is what we make lesser spell turning into, it is supposed to be less powerful than the greater spell turning. How do we switch up greater spell turning to be better than this?
It turns spells. You could also think about spell level. Any spell from level so and so and below, it would just turn.
I don't hear you.
Well, I'm trying to fix pie.
I totally heard him.
Pie Daniels.
I'm being Dean right now, and he's making me pie.
Then this is an acceptable aversion. Or diversion. Whatever the word is.
X.
Alright, I need to
Is
make
it because I'm Dean right now?
Cat, the mouse is not a prop for you to put your foot on so you can clean your crotch. No, I'm serious. Look at this.
I don't want to see your cat cleaning herself.
Like, her foot was on top of the mouse until the mouse slid up. Damn diva.
Duh. What kind of cat is she?
We are Siamese, if you please.
Oh, that's where it is. Sitting here and look at her hand.
How'd you like that clip? Noob clipped you.
Yeah, see the title of it. You got a random skin roll right at the base of your tail that wasn't there before, Cat.
Just getting fat rolls right at her tail.
Seriously, I was like running my hand down her back, and I hit a fat roll at the base of her tail. It wasn't there before.
Your cat's so flippin' weird.
She is.
Alright, see, you're walking as, like, somebody getting married, but you're whistling the death tune, so...
Yeah, the tune you were looking for is.
No, I think he was whistling the right tune, but he wasn't stepping right.
Well, I
He
mean
needs
for the
to
step.
he needs to listen to the cemetery dance or whatever.
Someone did that in like Call of Duty with the zombies. The zombies were carrying a weapon cache. Like 3 or 4 zombies were carrying it and it was doing the coffin dance.
Coffin dance, that's what I was thinking of.
What think of? My kitty's giving me kisses all over my hands, and it's really nice. She's done now.
You're going to get cat germs.
Who gives a fuck? Not this guy.
Language!
My stream, my rules.
Did you say mice cream?
I said ice cream.
It sounded like you said mice cream.
Belly scratches. More kitty kisses.
Ice cream. Don't forget you got Funyuns. You get rice cakes.
But pie.
fucking hurt! How would you like it if I bit you on the finger? She bit in my finger.
Instant karma. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my pie.
A day in the life of the angry elf. What the fuck, noob? Magic school bus? Really? You're a magic school bus.
You're so funny.
I didn't say you rode the bus. I said you liked the bus. Probably watched it when you were like a kid. We were watching Sesame Street. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter F.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know how it worked. Oh, no. Oh, wait. No, that's right.
You're both retarded.
We can't say that word. It's magic school bus.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're both
Window-licking
magic
special.
school bus.
Window licking special, that's what you are.
You too, buddy.
I'm gonna go lick the window now. Get
Wait,
cold.
wait. Which crayon is your favorite flavor?
The clear one.
Wait, what?
Clear one?
The one that gives you with the X clear. You write on the X, then you blow the X, makes it clear writing.
That's not how that works.
That just made my brain hurt.
I need Nectar of Life to try and reset my brain at this point.
Sorry, dude. You're drinking the wrong stuff then. What did you cook that you're like coveting? Are you? Oh, okay. I was like, what the heck?
We were waiting for Noob to get back to the computer so he can continue extrapolating what he was saying, because his idea, I think, makes sense, but I didn't hear him very well, and I need to be able to discuss with him further and figure out what the fuck he was trying to say.
So why am I here now? Because like
Because
mechanics and
you are the Noob translator. And I like your company.
Noob's slow.
We knew this already.
Excuse me.
Okay. So, Noob,
Wow.
how would you take this and make it so it's more powerful for this version?
Am I hearable?
What? Hearable, yes, but can I understand you? Can I understand what you say? Remains to be seen.
Hoppin is chasing his tail.
When did our cat become a dog?
I don't know. But it's amazing.
He's like eyeballing it, like, gotta get
He's like, I'm gonna mess you up. I'm gonna get you.
You guys got to see this.
and he's done.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I'm good.
He's done. Yeah. Get unhooked. Get rehooked. Now,
It's so wrong. She's gonna kick your ass if she watches that back again. Sees what you did.
nothing
Letting
of
her on camera like
consequence.
that.
I was trying to follow the cat.
Even had the zoom.
No, you're gonna stay here with me. Stay here with me. Won't you stay with me? Ow! Ow! Ah! Ah! Get away from me! Ah!
Instant karma.
She sunk her claws into my belly button.
You deserve it.
She didn't draw blood.
Did you look?
I had to check. Anyway. Noob.
What?
So how would you change greater spell turning to be a straight upgrade within the same kind of feel as lesser spell turning?
I was saying you can cause them to affect spell levels like like any spell below certain level just automatically gets reflected.
6th or lower?
Isn't there like a magic item that did something just like that? Let's see here.
Excuse me. Pulling up D&D Beyond.
Let's see.
The Ring of Spell Turning. While wearing this ring, you have advantage on saving throws against any spell that targets only you, not an area of effect. In addition, if you roll a 20 for the save and the spell level is 7th or lower, the spell has no effect on you and instead targets the caster using the slot level, spell save DC, attack bonus, and spellcasting ability of the caster. Similar but different to what this is doing.
I mean, or it could give a bonus to your spell save DC, making it harder for them to hit that number.
Typically, this level, assuming you have a, I'll be generous to on behalf of the caster. Assuming you have an 18 in your casting stat, although at 20th level I don't know why it's not a 20. Assuming you have an 18, so it's a +4, plus your 6 proficiency is 10, you'd have a DC of 18. 19 if you had a stat of 20. So +2 would make it either a 20 or a 21. So let's do this.
I mean, also you gotta think at 10th level, you're actually gonna be level 20,
I know.
so it should lessen the chance of failure.
DC +2. On a failed save, or for spells of 6th level or lower, put that in the wrong spot. I put that comma on the wrong side of the or. So greater spell turning is now starting at 10th level. Anytime you are targeted by a magic missile, a line spell, or a spell that requires a ranged attack roll, you may use your reaction to attempt to reflect their spell back at them. For spells of 7th level or higher, the caster rolls a spellcasting check versus your spell save DC +2. On a failed save, or for spells of 6th level or lower, the spell is turned back at them as if it had originated from you, turning the caster into the target. You may use this ability a number of times, equal to your proficiency bonus. You regain 2 expend uses on a long rest. Whereas lesser spell turning, you only got half proficiency and 1 per long rest. What y'all think? You weren't paying attention, were you?
Sorry, I got bored.
You know,
Like, I'm like a Kinder when I get bored, so it's probably a good thing that I was entertaining myself.
Fixing some formatting.
What was the name of your faction that the Inquisitors are part of?
The Inquisition.
Yeah, you should put Inquisitor of the Inquisition.
I think it's kind of self-explanatory.
Well, so people don't get it confused with the Pathfinder Inquisitor or whatever.
Well, Pathfinder sucks, so
They might think that you're trying to make it in this game. Don't listen to me. I see how it is.
well for this specifically, it was going to be included in the um world book for the or setting book in the section for the Inquisition. I wasn't planning on releasing this one separate or anything. But are we happy with that?
Looks good to me.
Alright. Then
Or now.
Inquisitor. Save it to documents. Alright. And I think that's where I'm going to call it. Until next time, I will see you guys later.